Yeah, bro. But just get mad at you, But sometimes, shit. Sometimes you just don't mean it, bro.
How you doing? Yes, sir. Welcome to the set, brother.
Ooh, this is fire.
What's up? This is Hayden with Alpha Grand TV. Today I have Isaac DePaulo, aka ICY. How we doing, Isaac? How we doing?
I'm vibing, man. Just got done with a little shoot earlier today. Some light shit. Back in the city on some business shit.
Nice. Well, good to have you back over here. We've been seeing your little journey. You got a big transition going all the way from Spokane, Washington to LA, California. What part of California?
I'm in Dago.
Dago. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm in San Diego. I'm in PB, if you know what that is, Pacific Beach.
Nice.
It's a vibe. We're like 5-6 blocks off the beach. It's wake up every day, fucking go outside, sun's shining, clouds, fucking
what a dream.
Barely a one.
Wow.
It's a vibe.
That's crazy. So what was that transition like? How did that come to fruition?
I just got the opportunity to move down there. There was a good spot, like obviously that place out in PB. So I was like, fuck it, I'm in Spokane right now. I got nothing but time ahead of me. I feel like, the vibes. I see San Diego coming up. Like,
right.
LA's kind of the poop right now. Like,
yeah.
Fucking,
Right. So are you working with any artists down there yet, or what's going on with that?
Not yet. I locked in with a few engineers down there. There's some fire people. Like, I got my boys up in LA. Like, mainly my boy Chai. He's He's in my group, Winner's Circle. Like, we're just, we're not really out there with it. It's like some Illuminati shit, but we all work together behind the scenes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
I have him out there. I have Ryder out there to the spot in PB. I've had a few other boys. Beat on. That's my guy down there. He's an artist down there. We're about to make some shit. And so,
hell yeah.
Link up, chill.
Hell yeah. So how did you make that transition? I mean, for me and many others, moving from your home city like Spokane, Washington, and going down to a place like that, I mean, that is pretty dreamy. I mean,
yeah. Nah, I mean, the 9 is shit, bro. It's a dream up here, too. Honestly, the PNW is, like, actually, it's super fire. But if you're from here, sometimes you got to expand your bases type shit. Like, I wouldn't say San Diego's so much better than here. It's like, for me, it is, though. Like, I'm more of a fast-paced person. Like, even on the highway, bro, I can't go 30 miles an hour. Like,
right.
People here, they don't give a fuck about their time a lot of times. Like,
yep, I hear that 100%.
They're just on their, own little slow shit, which is good. Like, there's a lot of values that you can take from shit like that, like just, relaxing. I have boys from the East Coast who come over here all the time, and they're like, in Spokane, they're like, whoa.
Right.
People just don't give a fuck. Like, they just really don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's good to have that little Spokane mentality of, like, enjoying your family, enjoying your time, just fucking working, nose ground, like, living life, but also some people want more,
100%. No, that's going to be a good situation for you to be able to kind of put your nose to the grindstone, kind of step it up a whole nother notch. Being able to connect with other artists out here, that are really doing it on a whole nother level. So, yeah, I'd like to kind of dive in a little bit about your past and, like, as far as getting started, like, how long have you been doing, your rapping career? Like, how did that all start?
I mean, how it really, really, really started is my older brother, Francis, he's a G. To me, he was my superhero growing up. You know what I'm saying? And he had this all black, murdered out, tinted out Isuzu Trooper with like 212s in the back, and that shit used to bang. First time I got in that bitch and I heard Gucci Mane, bro, I like that shit. I might as well have been on DMT, bro. I was
right.
Like, oh, what the fuck is this, bro? So like after that, I was just hella into rap music, bro. So like, I don't know. And at that time, I feel like I was ahead of my time. Like, I always wanted to rep Spokane. Like, I was like, you could go on my Facebook and see pictures in like 2008. And I got like the Spokane Skyline socks all traced out in a 509. You know what I'm saying? This is back in the kids. Like, this is back when kids are getting like, Seattle tattoos and like all that shit. Like, like they're not really repping Spokane or 9 at all. Like,
right.
And I feel honestly, our generation, and you know, we all came up together. But like, I feel like I played a big part in fucking, you know, giving people like some actual like Spokane pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fucking like actually like, bro, stop pretending to be from somewhere else. Like, this shit is harder than everywhere else anyways. Like half the time. Like,
for real, it is true. We got it pretty good up here. I mean, we got a.
There's a lot of lames from Spokane who would be cool in other cities, and people, we just sleep on each other because we're here. You know, it's like the NFC East beating up on each other. You know, so everybody looks bad, but it's like it's really like there's some fire shit going on up here. You know what I'm saying?
It is true. Yep. So as far as like coming out with your first rap song ever, what did that look like? What was the song? When did you come out with it?
Shit, I don't even know. That was like, it's deleted now, but it was, you know, on SoundCloud, like fucking GarageBand from my iPad with some beats like these, just into the little control talk.
Right.
I think that shit was called like Overtime ICY. I had like a fucking, the tag that dropped was like, you know, some winter jingle bells, and it said ICY motherfucking. Yeah. It was hella funny. I mean, it was bars, but it was just the production quality was fucking terrible.
Right.
Because that's how I really came up off like freestyling in high school and shit. Like, that's how I made my name. Like,
I feel that. So you do freestyle and whatnot?
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah. Have you ever been a part of any ciphers or anything like that, or?
No, I would definitely do like one that was, you know, had some good production quality to it. Like, I'm not like, you know, obviously I would do the XXL. I'd bring it back.
Right.
Like, because right now it's dead as fuck. Right. I would bring him back. Like,
hey, we might have to get you on an Alpha Grand cipher.
Let's do that.
Hey,
that'd be fire.
Still in the making. So
no, that'd be fire because I can really chop shit up. Like,
yes, sir.
If I'm writing like cipher style, like even I write that shit crazy. Like,
Hell yeah, that's badass. So yeah, as far as you know, what's coming up next? I mean, I was looking at your YouTube, your last couple posts. It seems like it's been around 8 months to about a year since your last post. I did see you with Lead Row.
Yes, sir.
A little sneak preview.
Yeah, flew that boy out to Dago. You know, we got the cooking. I mean, I honestly, if you really want to know that, one of the videos down there, just watching the clips, it actually almost brought a tear to my eye.
Wow.
Just to be like able to see my art fully realized, because it's a long process to get it from here to something you can listen to that's actually enjoyable, and then fucking get it to a video that's actually enjoyable and like has everything you really wanted from it.
That's a big step.
Like, it's tough. But we really got that shit done. Obviously, it's unedited right now, but there's just some real, like, cinematic type shit in there. Like, shit that I bet, you know. It's just different, but there's, like, certain scenes, like, we got a scene in Kate Sessions that, like, you know, you'll see eventually, because I'm trying to get these out quickly. Like, it's for my album, my mixtape, which is, you know, I'm putting album effort into it, but I'm not going to make one until I'm signed. So I'm just calling these next 3 that I'm going to do mixtapes. But this one's God Wins.
Okay.
And, once you really get your art done like that, that shit really brought a tear to my eye. So I got that. I got another one that we finished down there, you know, where we linked up. Barbershop got us in there. Pretty cool spot in North Park down there in San Diego. Like, shit's pretty dope. So, you know, they show love. It's like, it's a dope city to go down to and network. And people are, you know, they recognize when someone's grinding and they're like, oh, shit, you're official. Like, you know, let's actually work. You know, like, opportunities, they come like that, bro. Like, and so, you know, just going down there, having the boy, fucking stomping all over Dago, getting some really crazy shots, like at that Kate Sessions part, which I was talking about, where it just is like, I think we're probably presenting the city in a manner that maybe no one ever has, you know, through my music videos, which is like, I've always wanted it to be like something, you know, like at the end of the day, like when I'm really on, I want to get like Martin Scorsese to do a fucking video or some shit like that, or Tarantino, just like actually put like some crazy effort behind a 4-minute music video.
That would be wild.
That, like, it's just because they can say so much, like, if you really do a video, right?
It is
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? And it's tough to not just, like, bro, the gun shit, the gang shit, like, it's just all so played out. Like, I don't even think it hits the algorithms anymore. Yeah. Like, it used to be, like, at least, you know, they're trying to destroy us, so they're like, all right, yeah, we'll let the guns and the gang shit, like, hit on the Alex, but it doesn't even anymore. It's so oversaturated, bro. Like,
it is. Yeah, I think everybody was trying to dive into that, and, like, honestly, what's your opinion? Like, where do you see hip-hop going as far as the new trending style? Like, what is the style?
It's going to be super, super decentralized, bro. Like, it's going to be like me. Like, you can't really pin me down to a certain hip-hop style. Like, I could really go hard as fuck and, like, scream and make some trap metal.
Right.
Or I could fucking, like, you know, sing and it's more R&B, but it's, like, it really isn't. Like, I'm still rapping in it. But, like, it's definitely not rapping. It's singing, so.
Got to have a little diversity. Got to be multi-talented, a performer.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be, like, I mean, half these YouTubers are gonna be rappers.
Right.
It's just gonna be the easiest way to monetize fame. Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, but me personally, I just want to make great art. Like, I actually want to go down as like,
Right.
you know, fucking when
Right.
people listen to this shit, they get some out of my shit. Like,
Right.
I really do. My aspiration is to
Mm-hmm.
be someone who's like, you know, a fucking top 5, and people are, you know, arguing, oh shit, you know,
Right.
like back in the day when it was like there was a real top 5 rappers, like it was
Right.
like Drake, Kanye, Big Sean, J. Cole,
Right.
and like there was actually real arguments kids could have. Kids can't even have that anymore, bro.
That's
like,
true.
Who really is there?
Yep.
The game's just fiending for straight up hip hop right now, which is kind of, at the end of the day, the all encompassing phrase, because really hip hop, what that means is fucking R&B,
Right.
fucking rap. It's just, you know, like,
Right.
it's just the mix. And so it's gonna be definitely like some crazier shit, but at the end of the day, it's still gonna be hip hop in my opinion. Like, it's just
I feel
gonna
that.
be a more modernized version.
So, like, besides the visuals, like, what else, you know, just to stand out? You're right. I mean, it's so competitive out there right now. What are you doing, or what do you plan to do to really just differentiate yourself from all the competition out there, all the people that are really trying to do the same thing?
Honestly, I'm just doing it through my music, bro. Like, I don't think that shit, especially, I'll play you some shit after this. I just don't think really anyone sounds like me. Like,
Right.
personally, like, even my voice itself, but like, I'm not attempting to be anybody. Like, there's, you know, there's so many different people that are trying to be different people. Like, someone's trying to be King Von,
Right. Right.
or someone's trying to be like fucking Kendrick, or I don't even know
Right.
who. Maybe it's like Baby Keem now, but they're trying to
Right.
be like some kind of TDE rapper,
Right,
you know.
right,
And
right.
then there's the people who are trying to be, you know, like Cardi, and then there's the people trying, you know, like,
Right.
there's so many different brands of clones, but really I feel like the only way is to be yourself. Like,
It is
fucking
true.
just get enough.
Gotta be
music
original.
out. Yeah, facts. Like, literally.
100%. Hell yeah. So, as far as like your biggest inspiration, like who would you consider to be your biggest inspiration that maybe inspired your sound, your flow?
Shit. Really inspired the sound or flow is tough to say. It's just like a combination of all the music I ever listened to. Like,
Right.
you know, fucking like, shit, bro. I got church hymns that might have fucking influenced my shit. And I
Right.
got fucking like, you know, crazy. There's probably some Coldplay shit that influenced
Right.
this shit. Then there's also like fucking, you know, some boom bap ass, backpack
Right.
ass, you know, 2008 ass rap that influenced that shit.
Yes, sir.
But in
Yes,
the
sir.
same breath, you know, it's like the most craziest 200 play SoundCloud shit influenced that shit. That'll
Right.
absolutely blow your eardrums out. Or the
Right.
most, you know, trapping and shit ever influenced that shit too ever. So it's like, you know, it's just an all, you know, it's like my art is just me throwing up everything that I've consumed in my worldview, in my point of view, you know, just into fucking wax. It's literally just feeling.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I know that no one really looks at the world like me. You can't unless
Right.
you're yourself. So if you do that and you kind of tap into that, there's no way that, you know, you can't make something people aren't going to identify with. Like,
Right. I hear that.
that's also unique at the same time, though, type shit. Like,
Is there anybody here locally maybe that you feel like that you're maybe trying to compete with at all? Would you say anybody that you feel like has a competitive sound that you see their style as competition maybe?
shit, no, I don't know. I don't think anybody from Spokane is seeing me stylistically, if I'm being real, like,
Right.
and respectfully so. Like, who I actually listen to, I would say Zay Sean. I actually have listened to some shit by him, like,
Right.
actually played it.
Have you
like, real
collabed?
life. Nah, but I would with him.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, there's like, I don't think there's anybody shit I'm actually like really playing in my ears, like,
yeah.
genuinely, like, you know, riding to.
Well, what about as far as collabs? Anybody else besides Zayshawn that you maybe could see yourself getting into a collab?
Shit. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm kind of just working on my solo shit, mixtape shit. Like,
Right.
it depends. Like, certain people, if they were to reach out to me, I'd never say no. Like,
Right.
just because they know what it is. Like, people always be my boys. I'm like the type of person who,
Right.
I'll always run that shit, and I'll always, like, you know, I'll really go my hardest and attempt to make a fire song. But it's up to you to release that shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, so.
What about globally? If you could go off and if there's anybody that you could make a song with, is there anybody specifically that you'd like to pop out there with?
Oh shit, Uzi.
Yes, sir.
I go crazy with Uzi. I promise you that shit would be insane. I'd bring him back. Yachty. I would bring back, like, low key the fucking 2016 rappers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of them who fell off, I would work with them. And then
Hell
fucking,
yeah. Hell yeah.
they're still fire to this day, but they just really, they got punked into, like, changing their sound, bro. Like,
Right.
honestly, that whole era. And they shouldn't have. And then that like 2018 era with Lil Pump and shit, that was like the fault of that. Then it just became fucking gentrified as hell.
I feel that.
But
Well, what's your opinion on Lil Pump type rappers?
I mean, obviously they're hella ass, bro. I mean, it's just, I mean, I respect it. Like Lil Pump in his time, he knew how to play it, like, bro.
Right.
But he should have like done some shit. He should have became a streamer after or some shit.
Right.
Like, you know, tried to flip it because that shit was never gonna last. Like, it's
Right.
like the fucking Drake song. Only real, gone today and here tomorrow. Only real music gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
That is true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't gonna last.
Yeah, if you're trying to leave a
Never
legacy and something for people to remember, something that you know, people are gonna actually want to listen to generation after generation.
What really killed him is Tekashi, bro.
Really?
Because all those rappers who are doing crazy shit, like, you know, pissing on money for like,
Right.
you know, clout and shit, they can't, and like talking about guns and shit, but not really actually doing shit.
Right.
They couldn't compete with like, you know, everything that they were. He was
Right.
all the fucking clout shit, crazy ass dreads, fucking, you know, the clout glasses, tatted all on the face.
Right.
But then he was actually gang the fuck up.
Right.
So he was actually doing all that shit and beefing with other gangster ass rappers.
Right.
So then it's like you're gonna look at Lil Pump and you're like, bro, this dude's talking about Gucci Gang again for the 68th time. Talking about,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
like hitting licks and this and shit. And it's just like, we don't believe it. Like, you're
Right.
16. We
Right.
got this shit actually going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yep.
And then King Von came out of that. And all, like, the wave we see now basically sadly did come out of that shit.
Yep. It is true. Yep. Hip hop has definitely been transitioning through its motions. That's for sure.
It's always evolving.
That's facts. That's facts. Tell us a little bit about, you know, your past, you know, as far as, you know, getting started and, you know, have you ever had any of your own interactions with getting in trouble at all with the law? As far as like, what have you done as far as?
You know, growing up, I was always a troublemaker, but I wasn't like bad. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, I was just like a hyperactive ass kid. Like, you know, I was just always doing some dumb shit.
Right.
And I was smart as fuck. Like, I skipped a grade, bro.
Right.
Like, I was really smart as shit, like, honestly. And I mean, I guess there's really no way to quantify that now. But I was. I'm dumb. I'm a dumbass now. But obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like growing up, though, they tried to make the example out of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, teachers even would tell me, they'd be like, bro, like, this isn't even fully your fault. But, you know, kids in this class, they fucking look up to you. So I got to punish your ass. Right. And I'd be like, all right, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. But really, that's a shitty ass excuse. You're really responsible for all your own actions. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, I guess, you know, growing up when you're just doing dumb shit, that's little shit, it progresses. You know what I'm saying? You just, you know, start doing dumber shit. And, you know. So, yeah, there was a time in like 2018 where I went to jail for a year. That shit was, it was hella funny. I was out in Pullman for a football game, bro. And I fucking got in a scuffle with a little ganged up frat gang.
Oh, yeah?
And I lit their house on fire, bro. Hella blacked out, bro. And, you know, that's not some shit to really be proud of, bro. But in the same breath, you know, you can't, when you're in a situation where it's like, you know, you're at 4 a.m. partying, you know, and like, let's say, like, it's just when you slap someone, you can't be mad if they slap you back.
Right.
And I'm a very, like, vengeful person. So in that mind state where, you know, I'm blacked out drunk, I'm trapped in Spokane, I'm in all this shit, like,
Right.
I'm in a very crazy headspace, a very trapped headspace at that time, like, and I'll lash out at your ass.
Right.
So, like, obviously, although the beginning of the situation may not have been me, I did finish that shit, and obviously I owned up that shit, and I went and sat down, did my time, fucking chilled in there. I ended up doing 3 months in fucking solitary while I was in there. Or like 80 days, so 3 months plus. It was like, you know, or a little under 3 months. It was chilling, bro. Like, I saw a lot of people in solitary go fucking crazy after one day.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you know you have your time set out in front of you, it's like, what can you do?
Right.
You either fold or, you know, you stand the fuck up.
It's a learning experience, you know, it's a growing experience, and, you know, it's something that you can, you know, take with you and try to learn from, really.
I can laugh back on it now. It was dead serious at that time, you know. It was dead serious, you know, for my family. Like, you know.
Right. 100%.
But that gave me times, you know, my grandma's, rest in peace, she's no longer with us right now.
Right.
And that gave me times where I got to sit down for hours with her, you know, face to face, that I may have never had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know.
There's always a silver lining, and you always have to look at the bright side, because if not, then you're just you're not really looking towards the future.
I mean, I read fucking 80 books in that bitch.
Damn.
I was doing hella push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups.
Damn.
It was like a lot of people. I mean, I chose that route. I chose the route of, I was doing dumb shit. I'm selling, I was stealing shit. I was a reckless ass fucking kid. Literally 18.
Right.
I'm not in school. I had no guidance. Like fucking.
Right.
People, when you're smart, people kind of, you get left alone because
right.
Like, all right, he'll figure it out eventually. And I did figure it out. I am figuring it out, and that was just part of my journey.
That is true. That is true. Well, what do you feel like was the hardest experience with you just going through all that?
Shit, definitely actually being physically locked up, bro.
Right.
Like, that shit is very real. And, like, you're locked up in Whitman County, White Man County, and you got some racist-ass guard talking to you about, the last legal lynching was in that courtyard right there, boy.
Right.
Literally. And you can't do shit. Because he's a sheriff. He can charge you, too.
Right.
This is jail. This is jail. I was in there for a year.
Right.
So this isn't the pen where, you got a security guard. He can't charge you with shit. You got to go up to fucking, the warden or whatever, and then he can lay down charges on you. Maybe it's not going to really be the shit. They'll just throw you in the hole. Right. There, you do something to a guard, or you even get in a fight with the inmate, bro, anything, they can bring you up on new charges right there. Right. Send you to the court right there. Boom, bop, bing, bang. You're in there. You know what I'm saying? Make the situation
a whole lot worse.
Whole lot worse. So, they're empowered. They don't have to give a fuck about how they treat you. Right. So it's like, even I was in there the day Kobe died, bro. Damn. And literally, they were just making fun of it. Like, I woke up. I woke up at 6 a.m., got breakfast, and the cook was my boy. They fucked with me, like they would always plug me in. I was one of the ones, I was in work release over there for a second, so they knew me. They were in the work release section type shit, so they always plugged me, with meals and shit. But at this point, I was in solitary, and they were just like, my boy Frankie's like, yo, Kobe died. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, Kobe's dead. And I was like mind blown. I didn't even believe it. I thought he was just fucking with me. I ate my breakfast, went back to sleep, woke back up. And the guard is just walking through making fun of Kobe and like Gianna, bro. Or respectfully, I forget her name. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was like, I was like, whoa, like these people they just don't care. Like, it's just, you got pieces of shit in power positions, and you got to deal with that because you put yourself in that situation. Right. And you can't, you can't make that any worse for yourself.
Right. Well, what advice would you give to somebody, in a similar situation, that's frustrated? I mean, what would you tell them?
Take your bitch ass to jail. Grow the fuck up. Right. Boss the fuck up. Learn how to be a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, either that or go to college or some shit, or learn how to really grind, go get a fucking job. Like, don't just be, out trying to hustle. That shit is so pointless, bro. Like, it sounds cool and shit. And I mean, if you're smart, you can do it. And I mean, you can, fucking get by doing that shit. Right. But it's just such a terrible energy to feed into. It's an energy of lack.
Right. I feel
you
that.
gotta have an energy of abundance.
I feel that.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, money, it's a reflection of how many people you're helping. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's why all the greatest artists, Michael Jackson, Kanye, regardless of what you may think about them or their pitfalls, their music, it inspired people. Right. It really changed lives. Like, it probably took a lot of people out of the mud.
That is
like,
true.
Literally, and you can trace it to that it's a spark of hope. Because, if you believe in God and the devil, God cares about music, bro. Yep. And if you're going to feed into that whole energy and you're putting out good music that can uplift someone, it doesn't have to not fucking cuss or even that. It just has to be of the energy of like, damn, I'm not trying to tear these people down. Right. You know what I'm saying? That shit becomes the biggest. Yeah. It always does. Well,
I mean, just talking about Kanye, funny subject to bring up, but I mean, what's your opinion on the, his White Lives Matter thing he's going after right now?
I mean, he's the GOAT, bro. He knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, that shit is everything is interactions now. Like, what is it not true?
Yeah. He keeps the attention right on himself. Yeah.
Because all these movements are given to people, bro. Like, why did those two platitudes even rise up to the general, like, public consciousness the second that shit happened, bro? Right. It was all given to us. Like, why was the argument Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter? Bro, it's like I don't know what the fucking, like, official word for it is. It's like a false platitude, like, or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, yeah, you can't say that's wrong. So, obviously, you fucks are going to be arguing about it down here in the mud because no one's wrong. Yep. You're all just arguing, but no one can physically be wrong here.
Right. Yep. It causes a lot of division, I feel like, and it's unfortunate. especially when a lot of people.
You gotta remember, most of the world, bro, they don't give a fuck about life. Like, they don't really care. Like, as long as they can eat, go home, get on their phone, watch some TV, you know, maybe either jerk off or get some pussy.
Right.
Like, that's all people fucking, you know, people don't have ambition. People don't have any foresight, any, like, ability to get out of the fucking, like, I don't want to say some gay ass fucking Andrew Tate Matrix shit, but, like, literally they don't have any ability to see life from an eagle's eye point of view. Like,
it's true.
They can't see anything objectively. And I don't blame them, because, you know, some people, you can't do that until you have a certain place in the world. You don't really have the luxury to look at shit objectively.
Yeah, you have to have been through enough experiences to really find out, like, who you are, you know, really what you believe in, what you stand for. So that way you can be confident and, you know.
So most people will never get that shit. But at the end of the day, if you're someone who's really been through life, bro, and had experiences, like, you're never going to be on political Twitter.
Right.
Like, that's just not some shit you're going to care about, bro. Like, you're not going to be in that mud.
I feel that.
That's not your argument.
100%.
So for Kanye, I don't give a fuck that he fucking monetized that shit.
Right.
It's an interaction world, bro. That's all he did.
It is true.
He probably doesn't even believe that shit, but, like, the reality is, it's true.
Right.
Like, you can't say that statement's wrong. Do they not matter?
Yep.
Like, what?
Yep.
Like, it's the whole point, bro. Like, that was his whole point.
It is true. Yep. That's.
And, like, fucking Black Lives Matter, that bitch ass. Like what? She stole all the fucking money from that shit. And everybody called that shit the whole time. Like, bro, that is the most like, actually think about how fucked up this shit is. That literally, off the trauma of black people, off the actual blood of black people, they got these donations. They trauma banged the entire world for months with crazy ass images of actual death on your screen.
Right.
You had to watch George Floyd be put to death for 8 minutes, bro.
Right.
They trauma banged everyone into fucking getting into a part of a movement. And then you know what they did with everyone's money after saying there was a solution for everything? They fucked everybody, bro. They just went and got mansions and shit, and it all disappeared. It's literally the biggest travesty in human history, probably.
That's messed up.
Like, it's literally, but we'll probably never see, like, any true answer for that shit. Because there's so much shit that's involved in it. So much media type shit, so much this and that. Like, so many people put their necks behind that shit. We'll never really see the full outrage. We should.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever going to really see it all.
At all. But that is actually the most disrespectful shit to ever happen. Like, that is blood money.
For real.
Real blood money.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up. 100%. That's doesn't get much colder than that. No.
And they've been doing that shit. They just trauma bang poor black people.
Right.
Poor fucking minorities.
Right.
Into fucking funneling their money into a laundering scheme and getting even more fucked. And these people, these lobbyists go and spend the money that they just got off your trauma, off your actual deaths in your communities. Right. And they fucking went and, you know, got Ukraine nuclear bombs with it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's the craziest shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of corruption out there.
Oh.
So when you're creating, like, what's your creative process like? You know, when you're vibing, like, when you're writing, what do you do? I mean, to make your songs?
I get real. It depends, because sometimes a song comes to me like this. Right. And it's done. I have the whole chorus. Once I have a chorus to a song, it's just over. Like, you know, it's not really that, like, but there's some songs where the beat is like, it's just, you know, I like to listen to shit a lot and get my flow down, and then just the words come to me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I like to make it, like, sonically in my brain, I map it all out. Right. And then that way I find the words. So it's like, I see what, like, it's hard to explain, but, like, by about 10 listens, like, I like to listen to shit in, like, you know, different environments, like in my car or in my headphones or, like, on my, you know, Sonos or some shit when I'm showering, like, you know, just shit like that, like, and eventually, like, you know, I'll just find myself, like, bobbing to a song that I made in my head. Right. But it's not really worded out. Right. It's just, like, the flow is all that.
So do you write to a beat? Yeah. Or, okay, so, so when you get a beat, like, is it normally you just, like, get, like, something off of YouTube, and then you just...
Never that.
Okay.
Yeah, I only work with, like, so probably everything I've released. I mean, I have, like, 10 songs out. None of those are YouTube beats. So they're all either Rider, Jet Ski, that's Winner's Circle, those are my boys. Chad, that's Winner's Circle, those are my boys. So they send me that shit, they keep me laced, you know. all my shit in the vault right now is like, I'm actually working with a few different producers, but you know, they're people that like I linked up with. You know, I bought 2 beats from some bigger producers just because, you know, sometimes you got to swallow your pride and buy some fucking beats.
Hey, no,
you know, for your art, for the sake of your art.
What about Freezer Man?
That's ICY. So yeah, that is not a YouTube beat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That one is fire. I really like the vibe of that one.
Yeah, no, that
it's
shit
just
was crazy.
Super upbeat, super vibey. As
Far
far
as
as
song slept on.
Yeah, no, as far as visuals go though, everything that you've done up to this point has been very top tier production, which I really respect and I really like.
I really appreciate that. Yeah.
So
I mean, that's obviously what I was going for. That's why there's only 4. Because
Right.
I could have easily had 20.
Right.
And
Quality.
I could easily have 175 songs right now.
Right.
In my vault, is umpteenth songs, but it's like I'm getting better at this shit. It's like I actually care about my shit.
Right.
So it's like super tough for me to put something out when it's not the way I want it.
Hey.
Because I am a little bit of a perfectionist. Like even you could ask Ledra, bro. The first time I shot a music video with him, he asked me for some notes on the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him a whole note of every scene.
That's badass.
Like just what I wanted. And I mean, that's how really, if you're really about your shit, go look at Cole Bennett's notes.
Right.
Go look at their scripts.
Right.
You know, I've seen some Cole Bennett scripts. I won't tell you how.
Right.
But literally, them boys don't play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You think Kanye don't play?
Yeah, 100%.
Drake ain't playing.
They know it play by play exactly what they want.
They're actually like, so it's like sometimes you got to bring a different mentality to shit. But also in the same breath, you can't be too much of a perfectionist, bro, because at the end of the day, you're going to ruin some shit that is fine.
It is
by
true.
being, too much of a perfectionist.
What I've noticed here is, with the great Bambi 42, we've been putting out a lot of content recently. We've been on the grind here, and, we've just noticed this long form content that we have a lot of time invested. It'll run similar numbers sometimes as this fast content that we can just, get through and move out. It kind of is unfortunate, it's like that. It's not super satisfying right up front, but I think overall, long term, it will be worth it.
It pays off when people see, oh shit, for 3 years straight, they've been putting out nothing but fire shit.
Right.
Nothing but top tier content.
That's 100%.
Then one video blows up and there's 3 years of shit to fall back on instead of 10. 10 videos. It's just singular, that are, thrown together.
That's so true.
So it's like, it definitely pays off to care. You have to care. My philosophy right now on that shit is that make the bullshit, make your little bullshit quick daily ones, and just throw them up there. Try and see if one of them sticks, and the ones you care about actually pay for ads for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually
a good balance
promote.
of both.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so it actually gets to the eyes because that is your best foot forward. So make sure that best foot is forward. But in the same breath, if you can go viral off this bullshit, why not try?
It is true. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, what do you do as far as social media? Do you stick to YouTube or do you TikTok? What else do you do?
So I'm on TikTok now. I'm going to be on like more TikTok live type shit. Like I worked out a deal with an entertainment company recently where I'm going to be streaming like, 30 minutes a day.
Okay.
And just, I'll see how that goes. They kind of give you like a little support. Like
nice. They
kind of boost your live. And so we'll see, I guess, obviously. It'll be different. I'll probably get banned hella quick because I have no filter. So
some shit talking.
So it's like, I mean, I for sure already have gotten banned from TikTok Live like a few times, and I'm pretty sure they ban you for like damn near anything because it's hella, it's hella Chinese and shit. Like
hella sensitive.
Yeah.
For
They're not playing anything, so like I'll do that shit until I can't. But it's just honestly like I want to, TikTok is for sure a wave. I think Reels are a wave, and I think, like I said, Shorts are a wave. But
what
at
about
the
Snapchat?
end of the day,
any Snapchat?
I mean, I have my music on there. Yeah. I use Snapchat for like my friends. Like, like I have. Do we have each other on Snapchat?
Most likely. If not, we'll double check.
Sure. Yeah. I'm almost certain I've seen your shit.
Honestly, dude, I was going hard on Snapchat for a while. And then I kind of stopped using Snapchat.
It's like I use it like my close friends, like my close friend story. So like I have probably like 150 friends on Snapchat.
Right.
Like I don't like try and add hella people, and then that way the app's hella fun. Like all my group chats are on there. It's actually hella fun.
Exactly. That's what I use it for. Group chat, Alpha Circle. Yeah. So
facts. Exactly. That's actually people aren't on it for that, but it's by far the best app for it.
Right, 100%. Yeah, quick communication. Yeah, like what else? What else is there as far as socials?
Be real's fire.
Be real.
Be real's coming up.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah?
they got jacked by TikTok already, so actually they're probably about to die.
Really, for real?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
TikTok nows.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, that's something that I mean, it's worth diving into. I feel like,
For sure.
you know,
No,
I mean,
have to.
the exposure. I mean, they just really like show a lot more.
It's free clout. I mean, you're really playing yourself as an artist if you're not doing it. Bro, I always see this shit on Twitter where it'll be like artists complaining about management making them make TikToks. I'm like, bro, let me find out you get paid a salary to make music and your ass does not expect to do any promotion. You don't expect to make a TikTok?
Yeah, no, that's kind of an expectation these days.
Like,
Everybody,
I should beat your ass.
everybody has to know how to, you know, edit some videos and,
Yeah.
you know, be able to make it
Bro,
work.
I have every single ounce of anything I've ever done, I've done alone. I have no team at all. Like, literally, it's like with people where I find good connections like you or
Right.
like Ledro.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, people who believe in my shit. That's it. So, you know, like, honestly, for what we've done as fucking, you know, no team, no management, no nothing, it's pretty impressive. But
Cheers to that.
You know,
Hey.
we ain't satisfied though. Like, we want this shit for real. And I'll tell you, it is going to happen. Like, it's not a matter of like if, it's just when. It's because, you know, if you don't quit and you're not ass, you're going to have your time. But what do you do with that?
It is exponential growth. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the people that I've seen that have had the most success, you know, at times, you know, will tell, you know, you spend a full year just to get 1,000 followers, and then the next year, you know, it could be 10, and then the next year 100, and then from 100 to 1,000,000. You know,
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
That's how that shit goes.
Exponential
Like, yep.
growth.
Snowball down a hill.
Yes, sir.
Some Warren
100%.
Buffett shit too. Like, I think that's Einstein might have said some shit where it's like the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. Because that shit, you know, it's like whatever the Roth IRA type shit, you know, it's just, you know, it's nothing until it starts compounding. Then all of a sudden, you know, 7% starts becoming whoa,
Yep.
whoa, you know, then it's 3 million.
Dead facts.
Fuck them.
Some on some nasty shit, you know, some girls like,
Ugh.
you know, hey, I mean, what you be doing? I mean, now you're down there in LA. I mean,
Oh no, I got a wife.
Oh.
I mean, I'm married, bro. Respectfully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I don't have a
any,
ring, but
you don't have
like,
any nasty stories then?
Nah, hell no. I mean, I'm in trouble right now. I'm in the doghouse, bro.
Oh, no
like,
shit?
Honestly, and I really don't have a wife. I got a girl, like, you know,
Okay.
and I do love her.
Okay,
But I
okay.
can't lie. Yeah, I'm in the doghouse right now, bro.
Oh shit!
It's cold out here.
You don't want to speak on that? You don't want to speak?
Man, you just can't be fucking with no ratchet ass Spokane bitches,
Hey.
bro. Small ass city, bro. Them bitches will expose your ass. I mean,
Hey.
hoes will do anything, bro. I mean, these bitches are crazy and devious.
Hey, you gotta go watch your moves out here, cause
Hey.
you never know.
Yeah, bro. Bitches get mad at you, you know. But sometimes, shit. You know, sometimes you just don't mean it, bro. Like, you know, it's just like, it's different for guys.
It is. It is different.
Like,
Unfortunately, it is, but that's just the way it is.
Unfortunately.
But
And I'll put that on everything that I love. It is the truth.
right, 100%.
And I mean, most girls will even agree with you on that.
So yeah, as far as like you know, working with other people in the scene, have you had any problems like anybody that you've ever worked with maybe that was kind of difficult? You know, I seen that, you know, you were working with you know, at one point I think it was Riker. I honestly don't know, did anything happen? I just never heard really what happened with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was fucking with them for a while. I mean, bro, shit, bro. Honestly, like, you know, it was cool. I got some game there. Respectfully, bro, though, I personally, I think they're just fucking culture vultures, bro. Like,
Really?
Yeah, sadly. And I realized that shit. And you got to the tough way, you know. People pretend like they're helping you or like they care about your career, but really they're just trying to set you up with obstacles. Like, you know, bro, don't get me started, because I could really go on a fucking tangent. And I mean,
Really?
I've never really aired this shit out. You know, I fuck with you, so fuck it. Like, bro, I'll say it all. Like, fucking, I was working with Riker. You know, she was probably trying to fucking groom me to be some fucking next artist, which really all they do is just jack all their artist shit for Django to try and make Django's old ass blow up.
Right.
But, you know, Respectfully, because you know he can rock a good show for sure, but like I don't know anyone who's ever just listening to his music, G, and like that's just so like you know that's just foundational. Anyone in Spokane will tell you that who's in the scene, and so it's like I would hate to be an artist under them because I know that all your work is really just in the end of the day for the main act, and that's how all you know label or management situations do work, and you've got to know that going in. But, you know, it's like they set me up with this dude, Ben Suede. You know who that is?
Yes, actually, I do.
All right, yeah. He's from some, like, fucking, I don't know. He was like, he used to be C-list famous or some shit. I don't know. It was, you know, some.
I don't know him well. I don't know him personally.
He used to be on some band. I can't tell you, but if you Googled it, like, it'd pop up. Okay. But, like, so, you know, it's like, you know, you're working with someone with a little bit of ego. And, like, they fucking, bro, they tried to set me up because, like, there's a lot of times in Spokane, and honestly, the real reason that I hated working here was the engineers could never fucking like be on what I was on, and I can't mix. Right. Like, and honestly, that is a terrible excuse because I should learn how to mix. Like, even Yeet right now is blown up off Pro Tools. He knows how to use Pro Tools. Like, he mixes his own shit. And granted, this fucking kid Wheelan is the one who taught him that shit. I don't have someone like that. Right. But like, it was just like, you know, they people set you up. It's cool. It was actually a blessing to me to see industry games at a fucking like small ass petty ass level and see like really when people say something like they're helping you, they're trying to set you up.
Right.
For the okie doke. And so, you know, I was at Ben Suede's and bro, he takes so long to record anything. And he's charging you, you know, he's running you probably, you know, 60, 70 an hour.
Right.
Which is like.
So top dollar there.
Top dollar there. And he thinks he's so official. Basically, they market it to you like, you know, this is the spot, you know, if you're serious about your craft, like, you're really going to get this shit in. Like, you know, this shit is going to sound top tier. Like, this is where you get it to, like, you know, mainstream level. You know what I'm saying? That's the marketing of it. But really, you go in there, bro's warming up a fucking cup of noodles for 40 minutes. Like, hey, can I go grab this? You're like, what the fuck? Like, you know, and then he's trying to, like, you know, you finish your song, he's not trying to send it to you. He's like, well, no, I got to mix it longer. I need, you know, I need $60. Like, I need some more time with it. Like, this isn't finished. And you're like, bro, but the fuck? Like, just give me my fucking music, bitch, before I beat the shit out of you. Like, you act like I don't know where you live, bro, and you must not know me. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, respectfully, like, but so disrespectfully, like, and I don't know what I would do if I saw him. Like, I have to wait because, you know, he has one song that I got to get off him for this mixtape before I really air shit out.
Right.
But, like, so, you know, I'll figure that out in these next few days. It'll be fine by the time this interview drops. Damn. I promise y'all have that song, and I promise y'all will never fuck with them again. So, damn. Like, that shit, they set you up for failure, and they set you up for failure, and what also they do is they fucking steal swag, bro. So, like, they basically use all the shit there as demos for fucking Django's bitch ass. Like, it's disgusting how quick you would see my swag come out in their swag the second I would go to record.
Damn.
It was crazy. And it was like, some people are tripping about that shit. I'm not tripping, bro. Like, I've had people a lot bigger than that steal my swag. I'm, like, in the underground scene, like, respectfully, I'm not big, but I'm big enough. I know enough people that enough people know enough to know about what I'm doing or to steal swag from me. You know what I'm saying? So for Spokane, that shit is not a far fetch.
Yeah.
And for someone that you're working with right there, and then the fucking session after you, they're literally just making your song, but different in his fucking Tech 9 ass voice. It's just, you know, it's crazy. And I couldn't rock with that shit. And I tried to not be on it, you know. But eventually, I linked up with Riker one time. And just out of nowhere, I was like, you know, I was going to show her just my new music type shit. And she was like, I was like, here, I'll just send it to you. I'll just airdrop it to you. And she was like, no, don't do that. Because we get, like, accusations of, like, people saying we're stealing swag. Like, I just don't even want that on my phone. And I was like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Who even says that? Like, unless you're... like, I was like, oh, shit, this has been a problem? Like, damn.
Right.
So that was when I really knew. I was like, sheesh. I don't give a fuck because that is how the game works. And obviously it means you're working with something if people got to copy it. So, like, that is, like, validation to me. But I'm not someone who folds. So, like, you're trying to take me out of this studio, you know, that this motherfucker may not be able to mix that well, but I'm locked in there every day at a good price. And we're cooking shit constantly.
Right.
So you try to take me out of here, over here, where you can steal my swag, steal my money, steal my time, kill my flow. You know what I'm saying? Kill my movement, kill all my motion. That was the plan. And see, when you realize people are thinking deviously like that, like me personally, if I was thinking like that, I promise you, I could do them so dirty. I could do so much different shit. Like, I just don't care to play that way with people that I'm going to have relationships with. It's called good business.
Right.
Because that shit always comes around you.
That's
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? If you're selling out shows like this and you're getting all these looks, why do you think you've never blown up? Because anyone getting all these looks and shit, you're going to get signed, you're going to get something. But what is it? It's just all the same people at the same shows, at the same venues. There's no real motion, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
There's no real motion. No
Yeah.
one's really jacking that shit.
Yeah.
You would have at least got a label look. And I'm sure maybe there has been. But it was obviously disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're at your mom's house, if you're door dashing, you're selling out shows, like, I respect it, but
Yeah.
let's get a reality check. It's because the music isn't there.
Yeah. No, it is true. Yeah.
And they'll disparage you for caring about the music over the street game, the ground game. But who are they to say? Like, they act like godfathers of this shit. And I mean, I respect it because there is no senior and there's talent here. So someone does have to play that role. Someone has to be the one to take over it. You know what I'm saying? To, like, really be the one to, like, make the connections and make it work for them. There's always going to be someone who does that shit somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's not going to be them. And I can call that shit right now. Just watch. I'm a very observant person.
Damn,
and I'm when I speak about the future,
Right.
it's out of, like, a spot of, like,
Right.
past knowledge, and, like, my foresight tends to be right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. You're speaking from your experience.
So that shit, I just couldn't rock with it anymore, bro. Like, I'm not, you can steal my swag, but you've got to show a certain amount of love to me for me able to be, like, cool with that. Like, if you're stealing my swag and you're my boy, it's, like, not really stealing my swag. That's, like, our swag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
it's cooler that way. Like, it's like, yeah, if you use my lingo and you're around me, you're
Mutual
my boy.
respect,
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, we're just kind of like each other. Like,
Right.
that's how we're coming.
Right.
Like, it can become that. But when it's like you're trying to move militant and, like, laws of 48 power and, like, think you're fake smart and, like, devious and shit, like, and no one can see what the fuck you're doing, it's like, bro, come on, now I'll do you, because I really wasn't even playing like that. And if I do, trust me, bro, anybody who knows me knows, like, I'm not a retard, bro, and I can, like, fucking, like, I'm not a pussy.
Right.
So, like, it just, at the end of the day, like, you can't get walked over if you have those qualities or those characteristics.
Dude, you got to stand up for what you believe in. I definitely respect that. You know, you're out here trying to make moves, and you can't let anything hold you back. And if it doesn't feel right, then you're not going to move right. So you got to do what you got to do.
Yep. And I mean, I'm not the first person to have problems with them. And, like, I've seen a lot of people have problems with them. And, you know, I just took it with a grain of salt because I don't have opinions. Like, I don't carry opinions about people until I know them.
Right.
I'm not that type of person where people are like, oh, if you're beefing with my boy, you're beefing with me. First off, okay, if it's beef, yeah, maybe real beef. But if it's a misunderstanding, like, you don't like each other and you don't like my boy and I don't, this is not how it's going to go until we actually meet each other face to face.
Right.
Like, if you don't wrong me, unless it's, like, some super slimy shit, like, where it's obviously I cannot trust you. Like, oh, shit, he backdoored me, beat my ass, stole my dog. Like, oh, damn.
Right.
All right, yeah, I can't fuck with him. But, like, if it's like, oh, yeah, bro just be looking at me twisted, or, like, you know, I don't even fucking know, bro. Just, like, you know, he seems goofy. It's
right.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you guys are weird. You guys are actually feminine as fuck is actually what these traits are becoming.
Yeah.
Like, it's what it is.
Hey, that is actually funny as fuck. It's true. Hey. Yeah, no, I've honestly, you know, I've heard some stories myself. I definitely have heard some things.
No, I mean, yeah. Like, I don't even want to blow up your spot with them because I know you make real plays around here. So, like, respectfully, like, this is just, you know, this is just my story. This is just the real.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like, I know, you know, really, like, I don't even want to bring them into it. But PJ and KD, if you know who they are, you know, anybody who knows something about the scene, you know, they probably know of them.
Right.
Because it's, you know, a lot of people really birthed this shit, bro. Like, this is the culture. Like, you know, there's people who obviously came before us.
Yeah.
But, like, let's be real, bro. There's certain people who are the first ones to make people take it serious. Like,
That's facts.
You know
That
what
is
I'm
facts.
saying? And you don't. It goes without saying, but they know who they know. They know who they are. You know who I am.
Yes,
It's
sir.
you know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
there's just certain people who like brought that level, and there's other people who are on the same shit.
Right.
And it's because it's just obviously we're all the same age. It's just the product of some
Right.
people. When they come up, they're not fucking playing.
Yeah. 100%.
AG, not fucking playing.
No, sir.
IC, not fucking playing.
No, sir.
Certain other people, really not playing.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people who are fappers, fake rappers.
Yeah. 100%.
Around here.
Hey.
But KD, PJ, they put me onto that shit before. And it was like some different shit where like they would come up to them on some fan shit and be like, oh, we really fuck with what y'all are doing. Like, we fucked with this show. We fucked with your beats. Like, we fucked with how, you're really cranking out, 16-song albums. PJ really, like, he really does that shit. Like, he really is a good producer. Like, he's got a wave, bro. And like, be it as it may, at that time, he did have his way. I don't know what he's doing now. But in Spokane, he did have his wave locally. And that's really content, bro. You're putting out 16-song albums that are 32. That is beats and that is music. That's time in the studio. They come up to them on some fan shit saying, they respect that. But then they so I guess they take a picture of them and they post that shit and they say, oh, just cooling with our fans, like appreciate it, like fan love, just like hold them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was like, be that as it may, it wasn't like too super big. I was like, okay, it could have been a carousel post, and they just threw that in there, and that was the caption. There was some fans, and like type shit. But it was just like a little something where I was like, they could be moving funky,
right?
Like initially, so like it allowed me to see it quicker for sure. Like definitely, even with like they've definitely even come into wrongs with people like head to head with people who I thought they were in the right for coming into wrong with them, like fucking Benny 16 and all them, like
right.
like. But now that I realize, who knows, they were probably in the right too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you never know. That is true.
It's just funny to see. But be that as it may, they think they're going to run shit. They just don't have the music to do it. So like they will, it's just some dinosaur shit. And I mean, they're trying to become, some like, entrenched, institutionalized shit. Like fucking make you have to, kiss their feet to get a show or some shit. But you saw the show.
Yeah.
We did that on the same night they were going.
Yes,
and I mean, shit, when it was obviously, when they bring someone else with a bigger name into town, it's a little better show. But that night, I think we might outdid it. At least that's it.
That's badass.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so,
sir.
And that's just off the strength. That's off me. I was out of town. Came back into town. I had a few days before the show, bro.
Yeah. No, that was badass.
Off the strength.
That was badass. I like that show. It was booked up too. It was full.
And it was empty until me.
Yeah, no, I noticed that everybody just poured in.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
ICY really has a following.
No, and I mean, that's because the music. Because they say, oh shit, this shit is wavy as fuck. This shit is different. And
right.
He cares about this shit. And at the end of the day, it's not like you hear me talking about this, and it's not like my music that's currently out is like some groundbreaking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this ego that I have here. Right. Is making it seem like what's currently out is some like crazy shit. But really, this is off the strength of my vault.
Right.
The way I'm speaking like this, about what is to come.
Oh, 100%.
But also in the same breath, even those songs that, they may be a little meaningless, they're really not. I'm very good at like, packing actual content into a song that is a beat that is like very different.
It's very catchy.
And very catchy.
Yeah.
And very wavy. Some new shit. A
100%.
new vibe, a new style. But in the same breath, there's actually like, I'm not just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually saying something. Like it's actually like, it's a little bit of like, No,
it's a melody.
Exactly. And the words, if you listen to the words of any one of my songs, they're like, a little bit overcoming, triumphant, encouraging, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or they're reflective, or it's just, that is me. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm wild, but also in the same breath, you can get a smart ass conversation out of the kid, if you really want to.
Right.
Some shit that like, just, might confuse someone on fucking, no, I won't say that, but you can't try and sound, everyone, to be smart is to know you're a dumbass, bro. But in the same breath, I can talk to anybody.
That is true.
We can speak on anything. And I know you're the same way. Like, and there's certain people, like, a lot of people are like that.
I feel that, man. 100%. You have to be you have to be a chameleon out here, because when you're trying to make moves, you know, you got to be able to dive in with the culture, while at the same time get respects from the elders that are going to maybe have some of those gateways. They're going to open up certain doors that are going to open up opportunities.
Facts. But see, the thing is here, if I was in Spokane, I would for sure, if I was like really in the nine with it and just at that point in my life, I see what's going to happen here.
Right.
Is the foundation's going to be built, and in about 10, maybe 5 years, someone will blow up organically straight from Spokane. Straight up. Spokane will blow them up.
Right.
But it's not going to be now.
Right.
It's always going to take that one artist who's fire and gave everyone hope but never blew up.
Right.
So all these scenes in New York, Florida, Chicago, LA, they all have who inspired it and built it. And you know what I'm saying? I think there's people who've played that role. I think I've played that role myself, but I'm not here to complete that role, because in my time I have to really do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but if I was here, it would for sure not go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would make sure that I would be having my shows in my venues, you know, and we would be packing them out, and I will do that, obviously.
Right. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And have. But, you know, I'm
excited to see what's to come down there.
Yeah.
You got a lot of opportunities ahead of you.
No, I mean, there's great people down there. There's good, you know, media outlets that are easy to tap in with.
Right.
You know, there's certain people, you know. Obviously, I have a little bit of a resume, so you can take me serious when you go look up my name. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier. Like, it's easier than when I started.
Right. 100%.
To, you know, get on new shit. Like, and I'm thankful for
it takes
that,
some
obviously.
time to build all that up. That doesn't happen overnight.
I'm thankful I, you know, had the fucking self-belief in myself to start when I did.
Right.
And to not care, because, you know, it's you know, it's tough coming up. People are going to want you to just quit. But in the same breath, if you just have that certain swag, you know, it's just like people are like, oh, shit, that was fire.
Right.
All right, that was fire. Okay,
Right.
shit, that was fire too.
Yes,
Damn,
sir.
that was fire too. Fuck. We gotta
Eventually.
take it serious, you know what I'm saying? Just how it goes.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about that. You know, I remember reading an article one time saying something like people have to see something like 6 or 7 times before they really are going to fucking rock with it. And, you know, that's why that consistency matters so much. You know, you're already building it up. You know, you're around about 500 subscribers on YouTube now.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's
just solo shit. You know what I'm saying? I could have had videos that probably did 100K or, you know, even $1 million on Elevator, World Star, whatever the fucking paid him to post my shit.
Right.
But that's not the point.
Right.
You know
No, that's good organic growth right there. That's real growth.
And that's not me. I'm not promoting my YouTube page every day. I'm not doing really much besides posting my video.
I see it. You keep it exclusive.
Yeah.
You have to really actually, you know, your fans are real actual fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. I was glad. I mean, again, back to that show, I was glad to see it finally personified, because sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that, you know, like numbers are soulless, but it's good to see it, like, even when you're an underground rapper and you're doing some shit and your videos are getting, you know, 700 likes, 20K views.
Yes. No, I seen that.
You put them boys in a room though.
Yes, sir.
And it's fucking, that's a packed out show. You know, you made 2 bands off that show if you're getting the money, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
And obviously, you know, we'll have the point where it's a $200,000 back end. I promise you, we'll see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and we'll have the point where we're doing this shit, you know, backstage at Rolling Loud or wherever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's popping at that time. I promise that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take that much to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Consistency is key, really.
It doesn't. I mean, people go viral on TikTok and, you know, they're rolling loud, like shit like this. That's not what we're here for. We're here to actually make something that is immortal. Because at the end of the day, music will go beyond me. When I die, my music will be here.
You got to leave a legacy.
Our content will be here. Your content will be here. Our conversations will be here.
That's facts, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And
leave
that's
a legacy.
You know, there's dead people we listen to right now.
That's facts.
Rest in peace to PNB Rock. But rest in peace to the ones that came before him.
That's facts.
Pause.
Yeah.
No, but for real.
That is facts. Damn. So yeah, a lot of good topics for sure. So, you know, so off the random again here, just kind of some random questions I decided I'd just kind of prepare here and ask you. But, you know, like, if somebody was to kill your mom, would you snitch?
Oh, shit. No. No, hell no,
no
bro.
snitching?
I'm doing some devious, terroristic shit to that man or woman, respectfully.
Yeah.
Or them or they. But let me say, bro, I wouldn't have to snitch. My sister would probably snitch or some shit. You know, it would get there before me. Like, it wouldn't have
Somehow.
to be me.
Right,
but,
right,
you know,
right.
I would actually hope that I would have a chance to murder them in cold blood for sure before the snitch ever got out. Like, you know, before word ever got out.
Hey, you heard the man.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we don't even play like that. But
Yeah, another thing I wanted to ask you was, you know, throw back to CDA Fashion Week. You know, dude, you were the star of the show, and in some ways, I feel like, I mean, you were even premiered there on the Spokesman Review.
oh, yeah, that was a fire little shot right there.
Wow, you got the Alpha Grant on the Spokesman Review.
Yeah, for my boy. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir, dude.
Press.
That was pretty rad. I have to
Yeah,
admit, I was seeing that, and I was just like, wow, that's
yeah.
fucking icy motherfucking Ike. Yo. Power moves out here. Power
Yes,
moves.
sir. Yeah, we had to come like that for that. You know, and that was dope. Shout out to the Spokesman. You know, I don't know who's over there at music right now. I think it's someone new. But, you know, they reached out, got that article done. It was pretty sick. You know, always a goal of yours growing up. You know, you see your boys on the Spokesman for sports or some shit.
Oh,
you know,
for
you just want to
real.
ball.
Yes,
so I
sir.
ball in a different way with this rap shit. And, you know, I got in the paper, mama.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
How was that experience for you? I mean, getting into the fashion, doing the runway.
That was sick as fuck.
Yeah, the
And,
closing walk.
This shit goes hand in hand, bro. Fashion and music. Like, I grew up fucking writing raps in my little homework shit, and I grew up drawing shoes and clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So to me, that's always been one of my end games with this shit.
Yeah, no, I've seen that you've always really had like a knack for style. Like I see you with the Supreme, I see you with the
And it's
Moncler.
just, I have a different style, bro. It's like more it's like more normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone's so like, look at me style. I just
Yeah.
have like, you know, that sleek swag. You know what I'm saying? But
it's
at
smooth.
any
It's
given time,
smooth with
could
it.
be
I like
rocking,
it.
You know, yeah, it could be rocking 3 bands right now.
Yes,
at any
sir.
given time, but it's, you know, just light.
Yeah, you smooth with it for
minimalistic
sure. I
shit,
see the
you know what
Supreme.
I'm
I see
saying?
it. I see it.
Yeah, Supreme, all sense, Lou, like they don't know about this shit. I should be gatekeeping these pants, bro. Fuck, you know the Alex. Like, it's
I
it's
see you,
light
I see you,
shit,
I
but
see
like
you.
it's just
No, you
it's
smooth
smooth.
with it.
It's like it's really, you know, some 9 shit. Like people
Yeah.
here, we got that streetwear sports casual shit. That
That's
is
right.
like it is the way. Like no one's really on it, and that's, you know.
It is.
I
It's
feel like I
fresh, it's
personify that, you know, in a good way, bro. Like, you know.
100%, bro. You were smooth with it. That's facts.
Yeah, you were hella good with the fucking shit, bro. I saw you arranged all that shit down there at CDA, like the fucking walk for us at least, bro. That was crazy to see you at work. I felt like we were on some real real Paris shit, bro.
Yeah,
so.
dude. No, that was a whole nother experience for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking something I've always dreamed of, obviously, ever since fucking 2013 when I first started my first clothing brand. Dynamic to Alpha Grand, man. Sheesh.
Dynamic to the AG, the
Dynamic
pipeline,
to the AG.
bro.
That's the OG shit for the people that don't know.
Yeah, bro. I was hella scared to do that walk. I mean, I wasn't scared, but I was like, damn. I don't know how to do a fashion walk,
dude,
bro.
and you killed it too. Honestly, everybody was talking about you. You know, we all wanted to see you come back. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, we almost made it happen. I mean, you know, that was it was good that, you know, it wasn't the time. We'll get one that's, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Come back for sure, sure. Yeah, we'll get you coming on the early spring walk.
Yeah, that'll be fine, for
Hell
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll do a little shot there, shut down a little mosh.
For sure. Hey, yeah. Well, so anybody you'd like to shout out before we sign out?
You know, FOE, shout out them. You know, they know who they are. Shout out the family. Shit, shout out AG, shout out Bambi. You know, you guys, motherfucking. You know, thanks for having me. Shit, shout out Ledro. You know, shout out me. Fuck, I don't know what else, bro. Shit, you know, shout out everybody hustling, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Facts. 100%.
Shit.
And we're gonna find you on the socials at ICY.
ICY 509 everywhere. If you look up my name, ICY, you'll find all my music as well. You know, on any streaming platform.
100%.
Sure.
This is Alpha Grand TV. We are signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We're out.
So.
Hey, bro.
We do.
Yes, sir. Killed that shit.
Yeah, it was lit. That was a long little combo.
Yes,
I mean, shit, bro. People do like 4 fucking hours. Yeah. Look down, she like the fucking crystal reality. Niggas lame as fuck, they never seen the shit I fucking see. Niggas lame as fuck, they never did the shit we fucking did. And this bitch bust a line, face that little bitch need her because she my baby. This bitch, I'm going crazy. Niggas know the name of the shit we do it daily. Shit every day, do it daily. Yeah, and I cannot believe all the plans they made. Try to leave me out of all the biggest bitch, you know I can't go out. Running up on this bitch, I'm running up. Niggas need a bitch, they can't fuck with the kids. They cannot. In this bitch, I'm going stupid. I cannot believe the times that they can be trying to leave me sleep like I was moving. Now I'm in this bitch, I feel like I'm gonna make a movie. Niggas never suck, they cannot ever outdo me. They cannot outdo me, boy, you goofy. As a bitch, I'm with your bitch, and I got your bitch doing some crazy shit. I'm really with the shit, but you could never do the shit I'm doing. And I'm in this bitch, you know I'm really moving. Doing shit is so damn good to me. I cannot believe the way I'm facing on this being so damn easy to me. Y'all up in this bitch, you should look into me. You should look into me, boy, you don't know. You ain't doing nothing, yeah, I'm smoking on some Sunday. And I don't believe the shit they say they loving that shit, nothing all money. Really out the brain, really out the brain. And I don't freestyle, cause my style ain't free. Yeah, that bitch ain't a free, just to get up on the knees and you know. This shit ain't easy, but I learned space. Took some numbers and I'm missing little numbers. But your vision had been getting on me, bitch. Took it to the underworld, I feel like I was with a lady. Yeah, took it to the underground, feel like I was with a lady. In this bitch, now feel that ocean. Preach you like a rapper. And I got it. Who in the fuck do you think that you is? Smoking on some OG and the non with some kids. And we really on some shit. Do big shit, all we really wanna do is get some big bands and some racks for the shit. Fuck you these bitches, I don't give a fuck about your shit, this shit ain't bitches. It's so damn crazy to me, all you want so crazy to me. I don't be this bitch, I'm in the light, I'm going crazy with it. I cannot believe it, nothing but try to not admit it. That they really still swag, one really I'm bad, one really good.
Damn, that was fucking
Damn, boy. Going off.
oh, you need to write that bitch down.
Shit.
What was that beat called, bro?
That was like the old, that was the Drake 21 song.
Oh shit, you need to buy that bitch. That's fucking.
That shit was going.
Oh shit.